Hey everybody. I know you've not seen me for a while, but don't worry about that. Um, how are you doing? I just had to do a quick reading on the whole Donald Trump situation and what's to come for the world in America. And it's good news, people. It's good news. It's good news. Um, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get justice. We're going to get balance. And we're going to get a fabulous president, actually, which is showing here. Okay, let me just quickly go through this because I'm getting stressed out about the whole Trump thing. So, Trump is going to be dealt justice and swift justice, whether he wants to believe it or accept it or not. He doesn't accept that this was a balanced and fair result, although it was. And this is showing that justice, even when I picked this card up, I knew justice was coming. And this card was the fourth card I picked out. He doesn't want to accept, obviously we know this, he doesn't want to accept the results of the elections. He doesn't want to accept the results of the elections at all, except what we see here is justice is coming through. This is Trump here. This is directly Trump here. This is Trump here. This is what's beneath what his actions. This has been what's motivating him right now. And he just wants to create this. He wants to create instability. That's something that he actually actively wants to do, because he actually thinks that this instability is outwardly, i.e., that might be his intention. So the people that he's close to, he might tell them. Might not say that, but that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to create this destabilization because he thinks that provides him with an opportunity for glory. However, he's extremely anxious. This is how he's feeling right now. This dark night of the soul stuff. Now, everyone keeps saying online, he's throwing a tantrum. This, we know, is what he's actually experiencing right now, what he's going through right now as a person, is this, the dark night of the soul stuff, the realization of who you are. When you're staring yourself in the face, when you're staring your fears in the face, all the things that you've tried to avoid all your life, like loss, like losing, like being seen as a loser, etc. This is something that's really very uncomfortable for him. It's creating a huge amount of anxiety for him. But he does see that, but he also outwardly, is trying to create this instability because he thinks it's going to provide him with opportunity. The good news is for all of us is that we're going to move on and we're going to go down here. And I knew this would come out for Joe Biden, actually. But let me just talk to you American people now. I've got 40,000 subscribers, and the majority of my subscribers are all in the USA. And I love you all. However, this is the type of feeling that we're all feeling, the strain of what's going on, It's actually really affecting people on an individual level. Like, we're all feeling actually physically anxious. We're all of us. I mean, I am, and I'm not even in the USA. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling anxious. The sadness is that, that's what's really sad, the damage and the strain that it's putting under people. Now, the only, the only thing that kind of maybe concerns me a little bit is this energy here of the 10 of wands. What this suggests to me is that potentially this is going to be putting strain on people, which means that there could potentially be some sort of, not necessarily conflict between people, but people are going to be extremely exacerbated or extremely exacerbated by what is happening right now and what's going to continue to happen over the next sort of few weeks, few months potentially. I don't like it being the 10 of wands because it does suggest that this might go on for quite some time. But justice will be swift. Obviously, we know the election was fair. We know the election was balanced, and justice will be swift, and will be and Trump and his administration will be dealt swift justice. So in a way, I'm one of those people that I'm like, do you know what? Bring it with these lawsuits, because I want everyone to see just what this man is doing, and he's going to be exposed. His obfuscation, which is what this card represents, is this purposely trying to confuse. This is what this card represents. It's this purposely trying to confuse either yourself or other people. In this case, he's trying to confuse other people, and he's trying to cause literal destabilization. Remember, Pentacles energy is about stability, and he's really trying to create this instability for us. But it's for his own selfish individual needs. He thinks that that's going to be something that's going to lead him to glory, that's going to give him opportunity. So whatever he's going to do, in his life, I don't know, Trump TV or whatever, that's what he's going for. And however, we have Biden. And this is where the beauty comes in for Biden. This is Biden here. And I was crying the other day. I don't know anything about Biden, but I've been, except for the fact that I've been watching the news since last Tuesday, since Election Day. I've done nothing but watch the news. And it was really lovely to learn about him. And it was very sad, when I learned about his wife and his daughter were killed in that accident, as I'm sure everyone else knows who's listening to this video. Back in 1972, wasn't it? I think. Awful, so sad. But when I was listening to that on the news the other day, this is what the image came to my mind in that it's almost like the sadness and the sorrow and the loss in his life has been preparing him for this moment, has been preparing him for this presidency. So I feel, and then when it came out, I wasn't surprised to see this. This shows, it was funny because this came out first of all over here, and then I looked at this originally over there, and then I put it back in the pack and I was shuffling. Anyway, don't worry about how I did it, but just trust. This is showing that he has to wait. There has to be some waiting that takes place, but in that waiting and from that waiting again is about building strength. And look, we also have these energies here. So we have new energy injected into geopolitics, into world politics, into US politics as well, domestically and internationally. But we have this man here, this King of Cups, this calm man who actually, bless him, Biden, he's obviously a very, very experienced politician. I wish we had that caliber of politician leading my country right now, leading the UK right now. Or should I say, no, I shouldn't say leading the UK. I should say leading England right now. Because I'm not knocking Nicola Sturgeon, you know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. But yeah, he has this sort of this experience, if you will, from the things that he's gone through in his life that actually makes him absolutely perfectly placed to do, not even perfectly placed. I mean, guys, when I talk about things being necessary, what is happening right now is necessary. What is happening right now is absolutely necessary, which is the same for everything else that ever happens and that has ever happened and that will ever happen. It's all necessary, but it gives him that strength and the courage to move forward. And then we get these are the last two cards. And actually, this was the last card I picked out, but it went like this. Anyway, so then we have the Knight of Pentacles here and the Three of Pentacles, or the cooperation card. Now, I'm a Capricorn. This is Capricorn's card, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Actually, it's Taurus's card, actually. But it's that. But it's linked to all the earth signs, and again, it's about that stability. This is what this energy represents. It's that slow, solid effort to building, and in this sense, building cooperation, building stability. So I see a real unifying force, actually. And really, we talk about this card here. It really is. It's showing wisdom. This is Aquarius's card. My moon sign is in Aquarius, so I'm Capricorn and Aquarius. What an interesting match. But it works really well in this instance as well, because it shows the wisdom, the foresight of Joe Biden to wait, to be patient, to build that cooperation. But he is well placed, and he will obviously be. He's the president. He will be the next president of the United States. You know me. I don't have anything personally against Donald Trump. You've never heard me say anything against Donald Trump, because for me, as I said, every single thing that has happened in this world and that will ever happen in this world is absolutely necessary. So who am I to judge you? However, the anxiety, I think that the anxiety that Trump's feeling right now, even though he's not showing it to the people around him, I mean, he seems unstable maybe to people outside looking in, but it's but it really is for his own ends. It's for his own opportunity. It's for what he thinks is going to provide him with opportunity. Although he's going through he's facing we call it shorthand, don't we? Us tarot readers online, we call this shorthand Nine of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul. Yes, we do, but it's as if he's been confronted by all these things, and that's hard, for someone to go through, emotional turmoil on such a global scale. Everyone's seeing, everyone's talking about him, everyone's discussing him, and from his point of view, he's a loser. So he's trying to sort of draw attention from the fact that he is a loser. That he's, sorry, not a loser, but has lost his election. But yeah, justice will be swift. And Joe Biden is and will be, the next president of the United States, and Kamala Harris. Shout out to my girl. I cried during that speech. Honest to God, I cried. I cried for America. I cried for women. I cried for black women. I cried for minorities. I cried for the world. Actually, I cried for just the relief when that result, I mean, oh my God, the relief. But to see them speak on that night was just so beautiful, and I cried for us all. And I feel like I suppose the saddest part about this reading, the saddest part for me about this reading, is the strain that this debacle, if you will, or this sort of destabilization that's going on through Trump and through his campaign, etc. The destabilization that's causing and creating is really having an impact on the people of America. I mean, literally, this is what we see with these cards, and it's sad. It's really sad, really. And I just worry a little bit. This is the only thing that these three cards here are the only three cards that give me any sort of, make me feel a little bit nervous, just potentially of how things are going to play out for the actual people living there together, everyone living in America together. I really don't want you to, people to, this is the strain that you're all feeling. So I should not therefore interpret that the strain may lead to anything untoward. For example, people fighting and demonstrations and arguing and, violence, basically. I should not infer that. However, we see that the sick, this is the Eight of Swords, isn't it? So this is like being stuck in a certain way of thinking, being blinded by how you think, not being able to see beyond, not recognizing that you're stuck in a way of thinking that maybe, isn't healthy for you, let's say. And it may be that is kind of the thing that brings strain to people. I think ultimately, we will all get over this, and we end with the Ace of Wands here. It's lovely to see the cooperation of the world, of people, of each other that's coming back together, and that's brought about by the presidency of that will be brought about, I should say, by the presidency of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. However, that cooperation is good. Sorry, I was saying, however, about these three cards here. Another, but the rest of it is all really positive. This card here, Ace of Wands. So this is a brand new beginning. This is action. This is energy. This is vitality. This is feeling as though we can start again, feeling as though we can move on. So I'm extremely I have to do this because I feel the anxiety. It's really funny when I am, I love to see this card here as well, the Star card. It's really funny when I'm living in my life and I'm doing my work and I'm just in my house, in my sort of own little world, and I'm not speaking to people and I don't, see you guys, whatever. It's very funny that I still feel the weight of this. It hits me in waves, just like it, other people may misapprehend what they experience. Obviously, I do not, because I practice mindfulness all day, every day. That's what I do. That's my job. And the wave and of anxiety that hit yesterday about this election, it's everybody else. I mean, it's you lot. You lot need to calm down, yeah? Do you know what I mean? I'm here, the barometer of it all. And I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, I need a break from all this. No, I'm joking. But, we just have to sort of ride this wave. We just have to ride this wave. Stability is coming. Joe Biden, honest to God, that man is literally, I don't want to say an angel, but he's not a literal angel, obviously not. I know what a literal angel is, and obviously, anyway, I'm digressing. All I'm going to say is the sadness and sorrow in Joe Biden's life has actually, it was literally, even back then in I think it was 72. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It might have been 78. I can't exactly remember. But when he's, which is very sad, when his wife and daughter were killed, he has been being prepared since then for this moment now. And all the things that he's done in his life are leading into this moment now. And thank the universe, because we're going to have Joe Biden in the White House and Kamala Harris, and I cannot wait. So do not worry. Try not to be too, I mean, you're going to be anxious. Yeah, there's a little bit more stress, a little bit more strain, but justice will come. Justice will be swift. And this is what's going to be confronted, this obfuscation, this destabilization. This is what's going to be confronted. Look, and justice will come for all of us. Balance will be restored. But America and the world, whoever else is watching this, where you're not necessarily in America, we just have to stay the course. We just have to ride the wave. You know, balance will be restored. Justice will be done. But as I said, my only worry is the sort of the strain that this is putting on. Very, very real strain that this is actually putting on people. And as I said, I feel it. I get that wave. So my lovelies, I hope you like this reading. Listen, I know you've not seen me. I've not disappeared. I will be. You'll see more of me in December. I've already been looking into 2021, and things are going to be very different on my channel. However, you're going to love it, hopefully. But yeah, 2021. The year of the number 5, right? So you know what that means, tarot viewers. But yeah, don't worry. Just keep an eye on the channel. I will do the announcements. I'll do the videos. I have been literally working non-stop since April on the content that you will be seeing on my channel very, very soon. So I'm not ignoring you. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm happy, I'm fine, I'm healthy. Tiny's there. So he's sleeping. So we're happy, we're fine, we're healthy. It's just that I have to focus completely on the work that I'm doing right now, which will be for all y'all, as they would say in America, for all y'all, very soon. Okay, my lovelies, it's been wonderful to see you all. I will see you all again very soon. I'm going to now go downstairs and watch BBC World News, which is what I've been doing since the 2nd of November. Okay, my darlings, take care. Bye.